Hello everybody, this is Sonya. So if you like this video, when you at the end, can you just leave a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of these things, and share the channel. But I'm in Australia now, and I'm going to come. Well, I'm always in Australia, and it's really cold here today, and it's not too bad though. But we are still working on this needle book. We will get it done, believe you me. But I'm really enjoying this process. This is what I'm doing with these. Now, you might not have seen much of this because I went too far with the video. I didn't turn it off on time, so I have my bell thing on today, and I hope I turn it off before it goes off, but we'll do the best that we can. But I've really enjoyed doing these, and I've got lots more there to put on the back and here as well. So I want to fill in these other leaves here. I've done a, if you haven't seen this, there was a 7-minute video that I don't think I'll put up because you know, you're not going to miss a lot. I showed you how to do those, well, the French knots and these stitches, and what I did here, I really thought that turned out well. I'm really pleased with that. But I need to do this stem on this one, and this cotton is turning out to look really good. This well, that was actually a fluoro piece that I have found. So that was, you know, I would have bought that and thought, or found it and thought, I'll probably never use this, but you never know, do you? So I did, okay? And I'm going to just have a quick look at something to put on here. For some reason, I feel I need to cover that thing up there. I think I need to put one of these on, don't you? Like it says stitch. I think I need to add that to it, right? I really do. Now, what other colours did I have in that? Maybe I've got different words. Let me see. I've got a purpley one. No, I think I like this the best. And so I better find the iron. Find the iron, Sonia. Where would that be? It's behind me somewhere, surely. Maybe I didn't bring it in here. Oh dear, that happens, doesn't it? To me a fair bit lately. Why wouldn't I have not brought it in here? I'm sure I did. I'm sure I got it here somewhere. Don't worry, it's only little. It's only a very small thing. That's why I can't see it, I suppose. I have more than one. It could be in that cart behind me. You should see the stuff I got round me. This is not... it's not... I don't know, it's not a mess. It's just quite higgledy-piggledy. Now I need that to iron that on there, don't I? I know I brought it in here somewhere. I did, I think. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's still out in the lounge room. I think I like that colour there. Oh, here's a sew. Here's the word sew. Now I got these off a piece of material. I probably showed you that. Sew and stitch. Righto. They look really good. Now I have got the no iron. I do have about 4 or 5 of them. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to roll myself back here and find some sort of iron or other. Ah. Let me walking stick fell down. I got this one, look. I collect and see. And rock my chair back into the table. Sorry about this. Okay, now we stop making all that around. Now, this is vintage, as you can see. I have a vintage iron, because I have a few. But my little one's out there in the other room, so we're going to work out how this works now, okay? I think you take this bit off here, don't you? Okay. Now don't be like this. Don't be like it. Right, see there's the bottom. Right, we've got the bottom. And then this bit goes on here for the handle. Which way would you put the handle on if it was you? Excuse me. Right, and there we have a handle, right? Now we're going to plug that in. What have I got plugged in here? I don't need the sewing machine. I'm not using that today, am I? Nope. I don't need the sewing machine plugged in. This chair's annoying, isn't it? Rightio. All we've got to do is hope it's going to work. So here we are. It's getting warm. Okay, it's getting warm. I know. So I'm going to put these on here. I have, I think I've got 3, I've got 2 like this, then I've got that little one I use, and then I've got one that's that big, that I bought years ago, not that long, I suppose, oh well, could be, about 8 years ago I think I bought it. So I'm going to put sew up there, and stitch down here. I've taken the back off them because I did a, that looks good. Are we happy with that? Before we iron it on. Don't touch the iron, just feel this part and see. Actually, do I have it switched up to a high thing? I could do this wool cotton. Where's the part that you would turn it to? Is there an error? Oh, there it is, look. I think we'd go with that bit that's along there. This is a Breville, which is a good brand, isn't it? By Murphy Richards. Travel Light, it's 240 volt. 240 volt. I don't know if that way you could plug something else into it, probably. Doesn't look very pretty on the bottom, does it? But it's got no water in it, so it's not good. Hopefully it'll get warm enough to do this with, not like that other one. It heats up really straight away, doesn't it? I need to put that over that. I don't know why. I just want to put something over that. So I'm going to just press that down a bit. Oh, it's working. Very good. It's hot enough. There you go. Done that. I do love irons. That's not true. I don't mind these little ones because I don't have to iron much with them, but I used to do a terrible lot of ironing once when I was young. Because I used to iron my clothes and put them in the wardrobe and then iron them before I put them on again. That was just way over the top. And then when I was divorced from my first husband, which was many, many years ago, I had to supplement our income for me and my son. I had to iron. Well, I did iron. Oh, I ironed. And I hated it. I really hated it, ironing for other people. Oh, this woman used to bring me her husband's old, when I say old, they were, put that down on the floor. They were like dirty, but they had stains on them because they'd been his work clothes. You know, like they weren't, and I think, oh dear. And then she'd say, oh, I've got to pick them up at such and such a day. And you wouldn't see her for ages. And gee, that used to, oh, it upset me, believe me, because when you're doing something to supplement your income, because that's all you've got, you know, and you're thinking that you're going to iron these things, get them done, and they're going to be here and they're going to pay you. Well, that never happened, did it? She'd end up way a lot later than what she said she was going to. Now I've got to figure out what I'm going to put around the edge of that. But, you know, that's what our lives are like, you know, things like that. You know, I used to also do a lot of alterations for people and, oh, they'd come and pick it up, one woman particularly, and she'd never come and never pay me. She would never pay me until she'd come back weeks later and want something else done. Then she'd bring the payment for the thing before and off she'd go. And I just got sick of that one day. I thought, why should I be treated like this? You know, why should she do that to me? So I got, when she was on the last thing, not the last because she's been back since then, but not in the last few years because I've told her no. I couldn't do it because I don't do that sort of thing anymore. But I'd be patching holes in her son's pants because they were always ripped and sewing holes up in dresses and things like that. They were minimal tasks but really tricky sometimes. And last time she came to pick up the last lot, I said, have you got, and she went to walk away. I said, do you have the money for that, please? And she actually sent her son back about 10 minutes later with with the money for it, which was really good, because I thought it was really rude for her to think that I wasn't going to have to be paid, because you know what, she got paid for her work, and I'm sure I used to say, you know, me and Jeremy talked about that a bit, because he did a lot of yards for people. And they were really mean about their payments, you know. It was ridiculous. They want the work done, and they probably think, you know, I don't know whether they did it to us because they knew we needed the money or what, but they were really hard to get money out of these people. Actually, one of the school teachers, I don't know if anybody watches this that we know, you know, who this was, but he did her yard for her every week or something. And one day they were in the staff room, and she owed him a fair bit of money. And she said, "Oh, can you do my yard on Friday or whatever?" And he said, "Yeah, when you pay me for what you..." in front of all the other people, and that wasn't a bad thing, because that was the only way she'd pay him. And she wasn't a poor person, but that's a thing too. They reckon that a lot of rich people are really hard to get the money out. I don't know, but they were for me anyway too. It wasn't fair, you know. We were just only, well, youngish sort of, and we had, well, probably only Peggy, the eldest daughter, young, because, well, Jeremy did lots of different work after that, but when he was at the school, it was when he was at the school, he was working at the school, and she used to always ask him to do the yard, and so he said in front of the rest of the staff, he said, "You can pay me for it, Jamie, first." Because that's just not right, is it? But people expecting you to just do things for you and just not pay you for them. Our work, or anybody's work, is just as good as anybody else's. If the people didn't clean the offices for the people that worked in there or whatever, they wouldn't be able to use the facilities, would they? Because they should not ever demean anybody that's, whatever job they've got, all needed. Everybody needs to be there. We all need to be part of the workforce, don't we, in some way or other? The man that takes away your bin, you know, years ago, he was very important. So was the man who used to have to take away the toilet, which is not good. When I was young, I remember that, because our school, well, it was really a bit scary. I mean, we had one of them outdoor toilets, and the man used to come in the middle of the night and take the pot out and put a new pot in there. And our bedroom was along the driveway, where he used to have to come down the back of the house. I think this is working okay, I hope so. But I'm just having a yarn here too, aren't I? But he used to have to carry that thing on his shoulder. And you know what? If anybody had asked him what he did, I bet you they would poo-hoo. That's funny. Sorry. But he was a very important person, that man. And all them people that do all them jobs of cleaning places and that, they are very important people. And they weren't paid very well, but I think maybe nowadays they could be, you know. That's a better thing, that if they are paid good. They all need to be there, as if they weren't. And I've got a lot of time for all these people to look after the world, because the rest of them are sitting down in offices not doing much at all, I don't think. I'm giving my opinion today. I hope you don't mind. Oh, my goodness me, Sonya. Well, you do know me, and I do have a habit of saying what I think, and I've got to put this video up, so just block that bit out if you don't agree. Just block it out of your mind. Pretend I didn't say it. But it's what the world's like, you know. We all got to be here. We're all here for a reason. We're all here for a reason. Anyway, oh dear, I'm nearly there too. I'm running. Does that look good? Oh yeah, still looks okay, doesn't it? Yep. So I cut that off a piece of sewing material. You probably would have seen that anyway. You've been watching this section of these things. I know I want to start another. I sold my bag that I put up on Etsy. Cannot sell that book. If he wants that book, okay. I don't know if I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. Just people, everybody's got different tastes in things anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The journal, but anyway, I shouldn't feel like that because, I mean, if people don't want things, they don't have to have them, do they? They're not interested. But I really want to do it. I'm in the process, putting together another bag, and I'm actually going to make another velvet, one with velvets and that on it. That looks good, do you think? Do you reckon that looks all right? Okay, right. Now my opinion. Keep it to myself, Bert. Oh, look at that. That's lifting up. But I can stitch it down really fast before it. I picked this one up because it was fair there. This piece of thread. These are pearl threads, as you well know. I really like using these. I really like using these. And the shiny ones too. I've got to think about them now. Metallic sort of threads they are. That was just the heater ticking. Turn itself on or off, whichever thing it was. Whatever it is. I'm going to do the same around here, I think. Blanket stitch. Well, see, this is the really nicest way, I think, to do these sort of things with a blanket stitch, because it holds down the fabric really good. Oh, as well as your stitch, as well as your ironing, of course. I turned that off, didn't I? Yeah. This needle a bit blunt. I don't know, it might be just the person driving it, I think. Get it on there, probably. Sorry about my ranting. I just feel, oh well, I'm just talking to you people. I know you people out there. Most of yous. Well, not personally, but you've been with me for a while, some of you. Many years, a lot of yous. I know that yous are out there even though you don't comment. Somebody's watching me. And that's good. I watch a few channels on here, but not a lot because I don't have the time. I allocate myself afternoons. My afternoons from lunchtime to about 4. No, well, that's not true. I sometimes have a sleep. Yesterday I didn't because we ordered our food online. We had to do that because I got a couple of things when I went up the street, but not a lot, and I had to go and put an order in online because it was raining and I couldn't get out because I didn't want to go today either. I do have to go tomorrow. I've got posting to do tomorrow. But, yeah, so I have to have a little bit of a time out of an afternoon. Because night times I put up my videos, or well, what I've done through the day. Morning times from when I can get in here till about 12 o'clock I stitch or whatever else I'm doing, so I usually get through to more than 3 to 4 hours sometimes of this each day. Plus I do some for night time too before I go to bed. I do another lot of sewing as well, if I can, because I'm working on a few things, as you well know. This doesn't seem too chunky around here, but I think it looks all right. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. This is something new for me, putting colour, all this colour on top of all this floral and colour, something different. It's all right though. You got to experiment, don't you? You got to experiment with things. Okay. Maybe I'll have a chance to do a bit more. I do need to get it done before I do the inside bit. Now, I've been saying that, and I'm so sorry if you are waiting with bated breath to try. I think that's how they say that. To find out how I'm putting it together, but it's not going to be that hard, I promise you. I do like to concentrate on this part first, because if I don't, it's not going to have anything, you know. I think I'll do the back. What do you reckon? I think I need to put stuff on the back. Maybe I don't. Maybe I could just start the construction of it today. What do you reckon? Nobody said I had to put anything on the back page. It's all stitched. I just got a bit to go down there on them leaves. And this is running short, and I can't deal with it if it's too short, so I'm going to have to stop and put a fresh bit of thread on, I think. This should last me a few years, this book. I hope so. I don't put a lot of work into it. But that's alright, I don't mind. I need to make myself some more pin cushions. I do have a really, really big one somewhere that I made out of tin cans. Put them all together, 5 of them. Turned out really good. You might have seen it. Don't know what I've done with this here somewhere. But then again, all I did was just pile more stuff on it. The bigger you get them, the more stuff you can put on them, can't you? See, I had this sitting here just to put needles in and pins. And look at this string, roll of thread, a ribbon and stuff everywhere on it. Can't help myself. Well, that's 2 because I've got 2 sitting there. I've got that one sitting on my candle because my candle's not on, but the other one I made is behind that so I can see, because I like to see my pin cushion. It's got to be up high so I can find it. Can I get through there, please? Maybe just try the single bit on the end there. I wanted to do another thing like that. I think that looks cool. Another one of them circly things, a bit bigger. Come on. I've read this before, didn't I, today earlier, and it worked. Ah dear, that's just how things go though, isn't it? Alright, gotcha. We haven't got a lot there to go, so we can just finish this bit. Lots of little birds out there today. Up there on the roof, playing around. I can see them on the gutter. Oh well, not actually really on the gutter, but they're above it. That's not in the right place. And cut that off. Well, I'm not going to re-thread it, so I'm cutting off the knot, and I'm going to do it this way. He's up there fiddling around in the top of the house. I can just see his little head poking over there. I don't know what he's up to. Maybe he's getting stuff for his nest or something. Oh dear, no, not nesting time. Oh, them birds started to attack me again. It's not till spring anyway, they can't do that. It's not time yet. Got to have winter first. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's getting some stuff to do his nest and keep warm or something. He might be looking for a grub or a beetle. You won't find a grub up there, I don't think. Maybe a beetle. Yeah. Okay. Now we're there. Very good. Well, I do like that. I think that looks really cool. I do like how that worked. And if you haven't got any of those things, you can just get yourself a piece of calico and write on it. And then you can either sew it or just leave it with the written word on there. And so you can do your own sort of thing. I've only got really around there to do this, and then I've got plenty of time to put a bit of it together, haven't we? So we can start making it then. It's starting to get warm again, but I don't want to turn that heater off, because last time I did, I got really cold. I think I need another button or something. So, some sort of thing here, maybe a button. Just something small, just for idea. Right. It's really weird, I don't want to cover that up. Hang on, I've got to make sure that this is not going to be on the spine of it, because I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, I've got to do that bit there too, don't I? I didn't take my buttons out there, did I? Yes, I did. Aren't I good? Actually, I've got some up here too, so let's have a look really quickly. Just want one sort of something I can use. A nice green one. He's a bit big. He's a bit big, that one. Yeah, that one is too. I think it's a bit like a lolly. Not making much of an impression, that. Sorry about the rattling. I can see something down in here, but it keeps moving out of me. Oh, look at this one. This is nice, isn't it? I don't know if I want that on there. It's a little bit high. It's not quite what I'm after. There's a square one. That's something I wouldn't mind some more of. Just square buttons. That's a square one. Okay. Maybe you put a different colour underneath that. So you can put actually make your own too, your own buttons by covering them. There's another story for another day, I think. This is pretty cool, that one. I like that. Yeah, I think I like that one. I'm going to actually turn it upside down, look. Because all the small ones go to the bottom, don't they? They do. I think I'm going to have that one, though. I'll use that one. Yeah. No, that one's good, what I've got there. I've got a different colour, which is going to change things completely, but that's alright. And now I don't have the iron hot, do I? Gee, it must be cold outside, because I had cold. The heater switched on. I just checked that to see if it was. I'll put the iron on again. Just iron that tiny bit there on. Sorry about that chair. I can't help it. I'm always apologising for it, aren't I? Oh dear. Probably should have put something. I don't think I need green. Hang on, what's this one here? The purpley one. That's nice. Well, this is pretty. Should use them rings, I suppose, shouldn't I? Oh, now Jeremy's got the washing machine thing beeping out there. When the washing's finished, it likes to have a scream at you to tell you. Make sure you hang it out, I suppose. Can't do that today, though. It's too cold and won't dry. Put it in the dryer. I suppose a lot of people don't hang their washing out. They put them in the dryer anyway, don't they? A lot of people in different countries. Because we have lots of people in Australia have clotheslines. I suppose other countries have clotheslines too, but I notice a lot of them have dryers. Well, what do you reckon? We'll try this one, eh? That looks better, doesn't it? It's a shame I haven't got something around the edge of it though. Not that. Come off there. How about this one? Can't pick it up. No, just put this one on. Just do that one nicely and it'll be fine, Sonya. It will be fine. Should be able to do them now. Should have plenty of time for that. Okay. This ruler keeps on pushing everything down there at me. I better move it. It's been lost to me for a really long time, that ruler, and I found it the other day in the most unusual place. Now I can't even remember where it was, and I thought to myself, well, fancy that being there, that's really strange. But anyway, I suppose when people have helped me in the room in the past, they've just left things where, you know, we'll not put them back because they didn't know where they were going, I suppose. Okay, so look, we got here. We need something to fasten that button down and then stitch around it. I like that yellow. I do. But I do like this here one too. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? I think I'd rather use this one here somehow. I'm going to use this for today. And I've been buying a lot of little boxes too for me beads because they're all in great big boxes and they just don't need to be. It's too hard for me to have them in these great big boxes. So I decided to buy the small containers to put them in now. I actually think I put some on in the cart and then I let them go, but the other day I bought some up the street for $1.50. So that was good. I haven't got them in here though. I've got 4 of them. There's something like this and they've got lots of little holes in them, so they're really good, they are. So I'm really pleased about that because some of them I've got just a small amount of beads in a great big box and it just doesn't work for a person, does it? Really, what is going on here? Put that back. Oh good, we found some more needles. They were in that box that I've just put back up there. They were. Yes, I'll put this on here. This will look really good. Well, now, so for the inside, I'm going to have to cover, and I'm not going to get to that today. We've got to be totally honest. You know, it's going to be very, very clever if I do, but you never know. You never know. But you don't want to be rushing things because you want them to work for you. I forgot to iron that on, didn't I? Got to take the paper off it first. And find that iron. I probably should my chair's okay, it's not going to break, it's just doing that because it's been painful. Ooh. Rest it's all stuck down, good. Don't think I need to do anything else with that, do I? Jerry tried to put some spray on this chair, but it didn't work. What we wanted to do, it didn't work anyway. I might sew the button on first because I want it right over here at the side, like that other one, honey. Right. And back through there. I wonder if that was our cat. I heard some. I think I just heard a cat. Could be the neighbour's cat out the front calling my cat out there to talk to, but that's not going to happen. It's too cold to open the door. Too cold to have the door open for him to sit there yarning to the cat next door. Well, they just sit there, they just hang out, they sometimes don't even say anything. They just one sitting on one side of the door and another one's on the other side of the door. They've just been friends. What do I do around here? That one I did them fly stitches. I think I might do that on this one too. It'll look okay. Don't tell me I've got the same colour. Oh no, it's lighter. It's okay. I might do it just a smaller. I thought I was going to do a smaller fly stitch, but I'm not. I'm doing the same size. But look at this on the end. It just depends. I'm not going to fill in the whole lot, I don't think. I'm not going to go right to the button. Well, I will on this part because it's not very far from the edge, is it? So I'm going to have to go right to the button. And I'm going to have to go down in there and then come back up because too many thicknesses and it's too close to the button for me to work properly. Come on. We can do this, we can. I've got some really good feedback on this, so that's good. People like me ideas here, but that's all right. I'm really pleased. I love these. I really do love those leafy things and these circly things. So by the time I do this and the stem and the others, I'm not going to have time to do the bit we were talking about. So I'll just do me best. Get some inside the next time we put this up. I suppose when I get round here I'll think I should have put more stitches on, but closer together, you know, but I don't think it has to be like that. Woo! You know what's going on with the heater? It thinks it gets to the temperature that I need it to be, and then it switches itself off. And then before it comes back on again, it gets cold in here. And it turns itself back on again. It's really these things that, you know, just take over, don't they, really? You decided to turn itself off when it's a thermostat thing, eh? It's all right, Sonya. It hasn't really taken me over. It's just I get cold before it comes back on again. Which is really, it must be freezing outside. When I say freezing, it's probably about 11 or 12 degrees. And that's not freezing, is it? Because some of you people live in minus temperatures. It'd be minus. Sometimes it gets to that in the night time, but, you know, in the winter. I don't think it's winter yet till... Does winter start now, or is that in June? Can't really say as I know, to be honest with you. Oh dear. I hope I'm not going over too far with this. Oh no, don't do that. You only got to pull this the slightest way and it's all skew whiff now. What do we got here? Crikey. I didn't keep going with the sewing bit of it because I thought, now that's going to end badly if I don't fix it. I fixed it now, so that's good. It's not hard to sew, but it's not really not hard to sew. You just have to keep eye on it, that's all. So I'll pull that back down again and then I can go through there. You just have to be careful what you're doing and fix it up as you go along. It'll be right. So this is a fly stitch that we're doing here. I probably said that already. And that will be all of those, I think. Actually, I've got a really big needle here, something you'd probably call a crowbar, because it's huge. Probably could have done it with it, but I was looking at the eye for the thing to go through this, to how I would have threaded it. Nice, that's pretty, yeah. Now I'm going to do this stem, and I'm going to do that in a cross stitch like that is. Only, I might have to find another piece of thread. Oh, yeah, not that one or that one, let me see. I know most people have got their cotton sorted out in colours. I don't want to do that because I love mine all different colours. Purposely I do this because I love to look at them like that, you know. I think, well, sometimes some of them I got sorted out and all the greens and all that, and I just don't like it. I'd rather this so I can think, oh, look at that. So you can see what goes with what, can't you? And it's really exciting. Isn't that weird how you get so excited over a bit of cotton? But you know what? It's good. I'll show you what I mean. Wait a minute. Now these are done with sort of colours, aren't they? Look. Now I can't do this with my hand because I'll hurt it again. Well, see, I've got pinks over there and greens over there, but that's still pretty, isn't it? That's really, really pretty. You know, I'm not sort of really stuck to the plan as far as going through and putting them, I don't know, but that looks good, all like that. So, but that's the idea, because I've got some boxes that's got all, and I don't like it because it's not so good to look at. It's not so exciting. And you look at it, you think, oh, well, it's only, you know, it's plainish to me. It's not too interesting. And I have a box here with another lot of stuff in it that I need to put more cottons in. So that's good, I better do that because they're sitting over there waiting to go. Okay, now I use a fair bit of thread. I haven't done for a long time, so I've got a fair bit of thread and I haven't sewn for years, really, years and years. Not to this extent anyway, and so I've been using a fair bit of thread, and I've got a lot of bits it's got a small bit on them, so I'm going to have to get them and put them somewhere and use them a bit more till I finish them, you know, and then I can wind more on, or whatever it takes, really. I do love this. This is a beautiful colour. And I think it's it's off a roll of cotton. You know what I was thinking earlier? When I was talking about that I've been buying stuff, I'm going to have to turn this off in a minute. When I was talking about buying stuff for off the internet, I think I need storage. Look, so I've got these and I put them in here because they fit really good. Best if I get storage, don't you think, to put the stuff in, because I've got more of these and I've got bigger ones of these that don't fit, because most of it I've wound off and put it onto these bobbins, colour, but I haven't sort of got anywhere to store what's there for later, if you know what I mean. So I probably need to buy storage for things. I'm starting to get more storage for my beads, so I'm thinking about doing that for a lot of other stuff too. I did this with me, I'll show you this I bought the other day with me ribbon. This velvet ribbon. It's beautiful. It feels so soft. These ones I've already had. But what I did was I took it out of the bag, I rolled it around a piece of card that I had of a box, and I just put them back in there by putting that over the top. The piece that had come out of that was the bag that came out, and I turned down the sticky side because I don't want it sticking to everything, and then I just rolled them on there and then put them back in this box. Now I'm really bad at putting things away. I'm not good at it at all. This is one that I had a small piece and did something different, but that's what I'm putting them on. I put these boxes way back in the day, and I haven't done them yet. They're ones that you fold up, you know, to make a box. So that's what I did with my velvet ribbon, and I'd like to find the rest of it because I have got more. Because I've got some really nice colours there, haven't I? Yeah, as I would. And then I've got these bits here that are just on with a bit of elastic, because you know you don't have to wrap it all of it, but it's still, I like it to be a bit tidy because I could make the biggest mess ever with what, you know, having it everywhere. But so I think I need to buy storage more so than anything else for me things. And then I'm going to be able to find them better. I know I put all my ribbons and laces and stuff into plastic bags when I was doing the room, and I thought it was working out really good for me, but I'm not a big fan of it now because I can make the biggest mess with that you ever did see. Plus I can't find, like what I did was I colour-coded a lot of things, which wasn't a good idea, you know, because if you want to say I want to look for a piece of I don't know, a bit of velvet ribbon other than in what I've got there, I can't find it because I've put it somewhere in a bag with some more purple things or something. And look at that, the other day I picked these up off the table and I just shoved it all in there. So who on earth knows what's in that? Well, I got a bit of an idea if I look at it like that, but I needed a different storage idea, and I've had so many in the past. Oh, so many ideas. I've had it all rolled up. I've had it put into boxes, just so many different ideas. But I need to look at something a bit better and be more aware of putting it away properly, if you know what I mean. Because that way I won't get into this mess all the time, I don't think. Oh, I watch other people's storage and things and think, oh dear, I can't. But I don't have I have enough space that I can store them. The thing is, I've got to put them back there. That's my issue, putting them back up where they should be. I don't know what I'm going to do about this bit here. I'm at the intersection of it. I have to cross that across there. How about that? Does that work? Oh, it does. Look at that. I surprised myself. I did. I surprised myself. Okay. Hello. I'll just go up here. I'm going to just do one more minute. I'm sorry I didn't get to show you the insides, but we'll come back and we will build the inside. You know what? Hopefully it won't take very long to put the inside bit into it. Hopefully it won't take very long for me to do that. I do like the cross stitch going up the stem. That'll put a bit of work on this, but that's all right. I do love to sew, but I'm starting to get too all the same. You know, I've got to get out there and do a bit different. I need different ideas. I need some different ideas that I can. My work's getting too the same. I haven't done any velvet crazy patchwork for a while, so I'm going to do a bit on the velvet pieces. I've been working on the satiny ones, and I need to do the velvet and maybe some cotton ones, because I really love doing the patchwork. But then again, I can find something different to do, I suppose. I'll probably stick to what I know, though. It'd be a good idea. What do you think about that? Well, see, this is all sorts of things that look really good on your crazy patchwork, wouldn't it? These leaves and things. I do like this. And that looks cool. I've got to do those two bits, but I have to go now because I don't want that thing to scream at us. When I mean that thing, I mean this here little timing thing. So I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much for everybody for watching. Stop that. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.